Alright, so today we're going to work on changing the rear tire on a PW50. Those of y'all that's never done it, it's not too hard. Got to take the exhaust off, so you got a bolt here. The shocks, got a bolt here on each side. There's two bolts right down here. A little hard to see right now. Them's got to come off. And moving around to the other side, your other shock bolt, the brake cable, and you've got three bolts around the drive shaft area here. Take those out. We'll go ahead and get started. Alright, so first we're going to go ahead and take the exhaust off. Typically on these it's just a bolt. This one has been stripped out in the past and has a bolt and a nut. Lay that to the side. We got these. Two bolts there and the shock. We'll move on around to the other side. Go ahead and loosen the shock bolt. And there's three bolts around the drive line. Cable. Take the brake cable off, make sure you grab this out and don't lose it. Stick it back up on the cable so we can keep up with it. Get all those bolts out. Slide it. Now we got the tire off. Always remember the drive shaft. Watch and don't let it fall out. Alright, now that we've got the tire off the back, we can go ahead and remove the tube. So we have to break the tire off one side of the rim. tube from inside of the tire. Go ahead and take the valve stem loose, which it has broke off, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's broke off. Start over here away from the valve stem. This is where you want to be careful and not pinch the new tube, which I've been known to do a few times. It's on there. Now, if it ain't busted. Also, a little explanation of why I like to start away from the valve stem is when you put these on, if you push down over here, it'll sink inside the rim and give you more room up here. If you put the valve core side on first, it hits that and it won't allow it to go down for the tire to come on easier for the other side. So, just something I like to do. Everybody does it different. So let's get some air in it and see if it'll hold. Now the question for everybody. Let me know what you do. Do you tighten the nut against the rim, or do you back the nut off, tighten it against the valve cap? I know people that do it both ways. I typically leave it loose down towards the valve cap. That way it gives it room if the bead does slip, especially on these wheels right here on these PWs. They do not have a bead lock or rim lock. So let me know what y'all do. Alright, time to put the wheel back on the back. Pretty much do it just the opposite of the way we took it off. You want to make sure the drive line is engaged. It will slide out. Move free. You want to make sure it is in there. Raise this up should never have to force it. If it don't slide right in, then something's wrong somewhere. So if it don't slide right in, take it back out, start again, see what's going on. Because there's something definitely not right if it's not going right in. Shot back out. Now once everything is started, go back and tighten it off. Get everything started before you tighten anything. Good rule with anytime you're working on something. There's several bolts that hold something in, because if you tighten one before you get the rest of them started, more than likely you're going to have to redo it, because if it's off a little bit, you can't move it to line the other ones up. You got one bolt tight. Just something that helps, saves a lot of aggravation. Get all that, come back, get our brake cable on. This piece slides in here, cable slides through it. Then you gotta put your nut back on. Do not tighten that nut with a ratchet. You adjust the brake cable with that. So you can use your fingers. Brake 2 times, make sure it works. Still got air in the tire. So the exhaust does have to go back on after the wheels have been installed. This exhaust has got the pipe, the rubber boot, and a clamp. It will slide on the muffler down here, the extra pipe down here. Now these bikes originally just took a bolt with no nut. This one is stripped, so it does have to have a bolt and nut. Where's our 8mm socket at? A 10 wrench somewhere. No, a wrench. Right. Still on up there. it.